So where does this leave the DC Council, and how will Councilmember McDuffie's seat be filled? Our Rafael Sanchez Cruz is live at the Wilson Building with what comes next. So Rafa, what have you learned?
Look, Leslie, I've been talking to Chairman Phil Mendelson, who says he's already got some names that he's considering. The DC Council will actually have to hold a vote to appoint who will replace Councilmember Kenyan McDuffie. Now, it will have to be an independent or a Republican because, as you know, Councilmember Kenyan McDuffie is in fact a registered independent. Let's hear a little bit about what Chairman Phil Mendelson said about the thought process that goes into selecting who will hold this important position.
I would like ideally someone who has enough of a sense of the government in the district that they aren't completely lost when they're appointed. We're going to be going into budget. It's very hard to find somebody who would be knowledgeable about the district's budget unless we look at a former council member. I don't know that we're going to do that. So I think we're probably going to have someone who has been active and knowledgeable about district affairs.
Now, we did ask if he would provide us any names. Mendelson said he didn't want to create any more news today, but I will tell you that sources have been telling me that Councilmember McDuffie's decision to resign has been intentional, especially given this time frame before doing this next year. And why, you may ask? Well, this way, the DC Board of Elections doesn't have to hold a special election to fill his seat. The candidates who will be running to fill that seat will be able to run during the June 16th primary election. But also, you might be wondering, why does a resignation make sense? Look, Councilmember Kenyan McDuffie is up for re-election next year. If he chooses to switch political parties for the potential mayoral run, he would have to go from an independent to a Democrat. Going to a Democrat could help him really solidify a position in what is going to be a very contentious political cycle. As you all mentioned earlier, Councilmember Janice Lewis-George, who represents Ward 4, is also in the running. I guess we'll have to wait until he makes that official announcement. He also hasn't officially confirmed whether he plans to switch from an independent to a Democrat. We'll stay on top of it. Live at the Wilson Building, I'm Rafael Sanchez Cruz. Back to you.
Rafa trying to get more news there. Yeah. We're trying to get more news here, covering it all.
And to point it out, we know that he was a registered Democrat when he was Ward 5 council member as well, so that would not be unfamiliar territory. All right, Rafa.
Lots of exciting things to cover in DC politics for sure, and we'll be here the whole way through. All right, Rafa, thank you.